perhaps a book will be written about this mysterious figure, known as the Iron Lady, who became Russia's lifeline during the Western blockade. The story of Elvira Nabiullina, the president of the Central Bank of Russia, is one that defies expectations and becomes one of the most fascinating narratives in contemporary global economics. While the Western Bloc attempted to subdue Russia with financial sanctions and near-total isolation, she emerged as the architect of an economic strategy that not only prevented the country's collapse, but also allowed for its resilience and even growth in times of chaos. The Iron Lady prevented Russia's bankruptcy, Putin's mysterious trump card. Throughout history, some key figures have played a decisive role in moments of crisis, guiding their nations through seemingly insurmountable economic storms. In Russia's recent history, one of those figures has been Elvira Nabiullina, the president of the Central Bank of Russia, who, with a combination of determination, economic strategy, and a sharp sense of pragmatism, has been instrumental in preventing what many predicted: the collapse of Russia's economy in a context marked by international sanctions, a drastic drop in oil prices, and unprecedented geopolitical challenges. Nabiullina not only saved the economy, but also ensured Russia's growth when the opposite was expected. Her role has been so crucial that she has been compared to historical figures such as Margaret Thatcher, the famous British Iron Lady, and has even earned praise from Western media, which have highlighted her ability to balance economic stability in times of great uncertainty. Elvira Nabiullina was born on October 28, 1963, in Ufa, a city located in the Bashkortostan region in the heart of Russia. Throughout her career, she has proven to be an exceptional economist, not only for her academic training, but also for her ability to navigate the turbulent waters of Russian economic policy. She graduated in 1986 from Moscow State University, where she studied economics, a discipline that, as she herself has pointed out, was not a natural choice, but rather a fascination with the unknown. This intellectual curiosity would be the first hint of a brilliant mind capable of understanding the complexities of the global economy, a world that initially seemed enigmatic to her, but which she would later master with great skill. In this context, her career began to take shape in the turbulent and tumultuous 1990s, a period of transition and, above all, transformation for Russia after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Nabiullina joined the Soviet Union's Scientific Industrial Union in 1991 before moving to the Russian Union of Industrialists and Entrepreneurs and eventually to the Ministry of Economy of the Russian Federation, where she stood out as deputy minister between 1997 and 1998. It was a time of significant economic reforms and the construction of the new capitalist framework that faced the remnants of the socialist economy. During this period, Nabiullina acquired a deep understanding of Russia's economic and banking structures, which would later prove crucial for making decisions that countered internal and external pressures on the country's economy. With the arrival of Vladimir Putin to power in 2000, Nabiullina began working more closely with the new president. In 2000, she joined the Ministry of Economic Development and became a key figure in formulating policies that would transform the Russian economy in the following years. It was during her time at the ministry that she helped address the global economic crisis of 2008, which tested the resilience of emerging economies. While many nations fell into recession, Russia, under Nabiullina's leadership, weathered the storm with surprising speed. The key to her success was a balanced economic policy that prioritized the protection of domestic industries, support for small businesses, and the stability of financial markets, ensuring that the economic wounds were minimal. In 2013, Nabiullina was appointed president of the Central Bank of Russia, a position that would give her the opportunity to implement her monetary policies in an even more challenging economic environment. Since taking office, she has stood out for her ability to manage Russia's foreign exchange reserves, especially during times of global uncertainty. In 2014, Russia faced an unprecedented economic crisis triggered by sanctions imposed by the West following the annexation of Crimea. In response, Nabiullina adopted a flexible monetary policy, abandoning strict control over the exchange rate and allowing the ruble to float. This decision was key to avoiding a catastrophic devaluation of the Russian currency and allowed the country to better adapt to external shocks. Inflation, which had surpassed 11% in 2014, reached alarming levels amid the global economic crisis. However, thanks to the measures taken by the Central Bank of Russia, it was reduced to less than 4% by 2017. This achievement was remarkable, especially considering the tough financial conditions the country was facing at the time. Nabiullina also led a series of structural reforms in Russia's banking system. In the early years of her mandate, more than 500 banks were excluded from the financial system due to questionable practices, strengthening the stability of the sector. This cleanup was crucial in protecting investors and restoring confidence in the banking system. However, the 2014 crisis was only the beginning of a series of challenges for Russia. Economic sanctions, the collapse of oil prices, and geopolitical tensions tested the country's foreign exchange reserves. Nevertheless, Nabiullina, along with Putin's government, devised a strategy to mitigate the effects of these sanctions. One of Nabiullina's most surprising and visionary decisions was the creation of the National Payment Card System, which emerged in response to the disconnection of Russian banks from the SWIFT system and the blocking of Visa and MasterCard cards in 2015. The MIR system became the engine of a new national financial infrastructure capable of processing payments without relying on Western entities. This measure not only strengthened Russia's economic sovereignty, but also allowed Russian citizens to continue with their everyday transactions without major inconveniences. Nabiullina has become an admired figure for her pragmatic approach and her ability to make tough decisions in times of crisis. As the global economy was affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, Russia, like other nations, faced a severe recession. However, thanks to the monetary policy implemented by Nabiullina, the Russian economy began to show signs of recovery in 2021, with controlled inflation and sustained growth. In this context, Elvira Nabiullina, with her technical approach and political astuteness, has saved Russia from what many considered inevitable, the economic collapse. Instead of succumbing to external pressures, she has proven that the Russian economy is not only resilient, but also capable of adapting and thriving despite adversity. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible insights into the world of global economics. Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're looking for more content like this, check out the next video where we dive deeper into how Elvira Nabiullina's strategies shaped Russia's economy. Stay tuned and keep learning.